Are the words "there is nothing we can do" something that you hate to hear? Well, maybe it's time to stop hearing them altogether. Today, we are going to look at a very different approach to cat care. So, if we haven't met yet, my name is Dr. Paola Zanibelli Davis, feline holistic care and behavior specialist, helping you and your cats live extraordinary lives together by unlocking the secrets of natural remedies and positive training. Because not having alternative options should not be an option. If you are watching this on YouTube, do me a favor and check that you hit the subscribe button. This is an easy, free thing that you can do to support me and what I do so that I can serve you better. And so thank you so much in advance for that. Now, let's get into today's topic. Today, I want to talk about something that too many cat parents learn too late, which is the vet doesn't live with your cat. You do. So when the vet tells you there's nothing we can do, that doesn't mean you actually can't do anything. That phrase used to break me, but now it lights a fire in me. And let me tell you why. Many years ago, one of my cats needed surgery, but that surgery started a series of complications that eventually led her to pass away. And this was an extremely painful experience for me and one that I never wanted to repeat again. And in that experience, I heard there is nothing we can do several times. And if I felt helpless, distraught, and definitely very upset. There was nothing they could do at the time, but I didn't know that I could do something. So in fact, I could do a lot to help my cat. Who knows where we would be if I knew then what I know now, but unfortunately we can't live in regret, and I need to accept that I did all that I could with the tools that I had at the time. Fast forward to a few years ago, and I was facing another health challenge with another cat of mine. And I did call the emergency vets because it was the middle of the night. So I did call them for help. And I remember, as if it were now, that phone call at 1:30 in the morning with my boy feeling really unwell. And I wasn't sure if I had to get into a taxi to take him to the emergency room in the middle of the night, which for me is over an hour away. That I had this utter feeling of disappointment and hurt and anger, as I had to come to terms with the fact that no advice whatsoever was going to be given to me. No useful information about what was going on was going to be shared. And basically, I was completely on my own. So I called upon my skills and knowledge. And as I sat there with the phone in my hand after this abrupt individual gave me zero help, and my boy looking at me with pleading eyes, I decided that I had to act rationally and put in place some steps to face the crisis effectively and to help myself and my boy. So now I was lucky that this was now my zone of genius by then, my expertise, and it was simply about applying what I learned since my very first experience. Obviously, with the added stress of being in the middle of a crisis, which are never pleasant, they always come with stress and a charged atmosphere. But at least I had principles that I could apply and supplements and therapies that I could give and high-level cat care that I could execute on my own. So, of course, I hope that you have a better support system than I had then and more efficient emergency settings that can actually take care of you when you need it. But vets are busy and unavailable and scarce these days. So getting some hands-on skills under your belt can definitely serve you very well when you have a cat who at some point needs some help. So not just in emergency situations, of course, but also for chronic conditions too, because chronic conditions need management, need ongoing care. And ongoing care at the vets only is expensive, and it is stressful, and it is also really disempowering. So I had many experiences since then when this happened in my life, when the so-called hands-on cat care has been an absolute lifesaver, not just for me, but also for my clients. And it has given me so much peace of mind, and my clients too, of course, to know that I can do plenty to help my cats feel well, live healthy, and be happy. Getting back to the initial point that I made earlier, when they tell you there is nothing we can do, just keep in mind that what they mean is there is nothing in our pharmaceutical toolbox that we can offer you right now. If your cat is breathing and fighting and trying, help them out. There is so much that you can do for them. Try to take the emotions out of the equations and start tracking things like a researcher. Write down what they eat, how much, and when, just like you would do when you keep a food diary for yourself. And keep a log of what you are giving them if you're using any supplements or drugs, because it is impossible to remember. You need to be able to look at hard data to make decisions or to simply craft a holistic protocol and a plan of action to help you and your cat in a way that is targeted and also appropriate. So once you have a plan, you can build a routine around it and a system that makes it easy to execute, because having a rhythm and a space and a structure for this can make an absolute huge difference, and it becomes much more easy to carry out. Stress goes down for you and for your cat, and things start to improve. So as a hands-on cat parent, you feel so much more empowered, and of course you're not going to be perfect, but you're going to be proactive, and this is going to make you feel amazing. And what's important is that instead of sitting there watching your cat decline, you can learn how to show up in these situations. So this is what I mean when I talk about hands-on cat parenting. So it's about learning the skills to intervene when it's needed, and confidently and with clarity and with purpose. So not every vet will have the time or interest to explain how to modify your home or nutrition, and they might have zero idea of natural supplementation and what sort of natural remedies you can use to help your cat without any side effects, by the way, because this is simply not what they studied for. It's not what is in their toolbox. They are there to do other things and to provide testing and diagnostics and high emergency care. So things like surgery, and sometimes when there is an infection that can be fought with any other means, then yes, they provide things that can help in these cases. But then there are all the other cases where we can do so much on our own, and not every pet food company will tell you what's biologically appropriate. Most of them use a lot of marketing to sell you their products, and you never know what is true and what is not. And likewise, not every supplement company will show you how to actually get the thing into your cat's mouth, unfortunately. But the good news is help is indeed available, because inside the Holistic Cat Club, this is exactly what we do. So I teach cat parents to be the front line of care and not just the helpless bystanders. And I teach you to get involved, and obviously with purpose. And you don't need to be perfect. You just need to be starting somewhere. And you've got to believe that you can do this and you can learn this and you can support your cat better than you've ever have. So you notice how important to ask yourself the right questions instead of using why questions, and why can't this work, or why is it happening to me? Why is my cat not liking supplements, and why she's not going to let me syringe feed, and why I can get him to eat the good stuff, etc., etc. So you need to start using the how questions, which are so much more positive and productive, and they really open a different sort of attitude in front of you. So how do I do this, and what is the right technique to introduce this? How do I do that? How do I help learn these things, and who can help me, and what support do I need to make this possible? How can I do that? So this is what's really what separates reactive cat parenting from resilient cat parenting. And I'm here to tell you that with the right strategies, you can go a long, long way. You can do so much for your cat. And if you need support, join the Holistic Cat Club and discover how many options there are for you besides what has been offered you by traditional veterinary medicine, and how many things you can actually do at home for your cat to help them thrive. So honestly, when you've got these things in place, you will never hear there's nothing we can do the same way again. You are unstoppable, a super cat parent, the hero of your cat's life, because you'll know that even if a vet has run out of options, you haven't. So that's what we train for inside the Holistic Cat Club. And now go be the super cat parent your cat needs you to be, because hands-on cat care changes absolutely everything. I will see you next time. And until then, love your cats as much as you can.